What's up, YouTube? It's the Console Samurai with Grown Ups Gaming. We all know PlayStation 4 is the #1 console right now. It is outselling everything else other than PC, but it is the #1 console, so people obviously like it. But in spite of the fact that people like it, there are a lot of features that people really do want. Features that have been brought up to Sony a number of times. Well, Sony is going to address a number of these features or this wish list very soon because the new firmware 3.50 codename Musashi is going to be coming out soon. And we know it's coming out soon because they've already started taking volunteers basically to beta test the new firmware on their PlayStation 4. But as I said, they're not going to address all of them. But I have a list here of the ones that they will address, and I'll also put this in the description down below for anyone who actually wants to take a look at it and look more into it. You are going to have the ability to set it up so that you get friend online notifications, which as soon as this friend or that friend come online, you can see it top left corner. You can invite them to a game, see what they're up to, send them a message, bother them, whatever you want. We are actually going to get the ability to appear offline, and that's great because that's actually one of the major ones people really do want. You want the ability to appear offline because if you're in the middle of something, you're watching a movie or you're in the middle of a solo campaign or you're just not in a good mood. Maybe you had a bad day at work, your job is just fucking with you, whatever. You can appear offline. Or if you're supposed to be at work and you're just taking a hooky day because your job is fucking with you, um, you can just appear offline and no one will know that you're not actually sick. You're fine. You just want to stay home and play video games, or you want to play the newest release or whatever. So that's a really cool feature that they've added. You're actually going to be able to schedule your own events. Recently, Sony added the event calendar to PlayStation, but it's always Sony events. It's not your own events. So if you're going to be doing something like, for instance, I do charity streams every once in a while. If you're going to do a charity stream, you can set up an event on your personal calendar that will actually be able to be subscribed to by other people. And as soon as that event happens, all of the people who have RSVP'd or subscribed or followed, however they're going to actually phrase it, will get a notification that this event has begun. Another really cool feature. You're going to be able to play together. This feature allows all members of a party to see what each person is playing so that you can easily join a friend's game. It's not really much of an expansion than what we have now, but a little bit more. And this is one of the more interesting ones. I mentioned in a previous video that they were going to be rolling out remote play. This is also a major feature. This isn't one of the ones that people really were asking for, but this one does kind of take an advantage away from Xbox. Xbox has been talking about, well, we're going to allow you to stream all of your Xbox games to your Windows 10 PC. This takes it a step farther because this allows you to do remote play on all PCs and Mac computers. So very similar to the PS Vita, which is still doing okay, but is kind of faltering a little bit. Very similar to what the PS Vita can do and what Xbox does, PlayStation is going to be able to do that very soon. Which, as I said, does kind of take an advantage away from Xbox, and it is kind of interesting to watch the two companies go back and forth with each other, where, well, we've got this feature. Okay, well, we'll add that one too. Well, we've got this one. Okay, we've got something like that too. It's kind of fun to watch them go back and forth, and this could be a major feature for them. And they're also adding a new venue for streaming. Instead of just being Twitch, Ustream, and YouTube, it's now also going to be Daily Motion you can stream on. But that is all of the features. Unfortunately, you still can't change your name in PlayStation, which is the #1 requested feature change. And Sony keeps saying, we're not going to let you do that. And, there's reasons for it. I don't really agree with them. They don't want to let you change the name because they're afraid that people would use that for griefing other players. Although if you keep a record of them, or if you keep a record of them, or you charge people to do it, or you limit the frequency it can be done, all of this can be used to combat it. But if you signed up on PlayStation Network a long time ago with a really stupid name that you don't want anymore, you're kind of stuck with it. You can delete it and you can start over, but you lose all the trophies because that won't carry over. There's no way you can get those trophies back. So unfortunately, any player named um, My Little Pony, Pinkie Pie, 69, My Mom, 420, or anything stupid like that, you're stuck with that name where you have to start over, which is really unfortunate. And it is the one thing that I really do wish Sony would do. That is the number one feature that I personally want. But tell me what you think. What do you think about the new features in this up and the firmware update? Do you think they're good? Do you really care about any of those? Do you also still really want the ability to change your name? I mean, I don't hate my name, but I do think it would be a really good feature, and I don't really agree with their excuse for why they don't want to let you do it. But either way, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Once again, I am the Console Samurai, and I'll see you around.